Alright, we just finished the stream after pulling and testing Diesel on 3 different accounts, so let's go a little bit over the first impressions and how she is feeling. TLDR, if you don't want to watch the whole video, really good DPS, strong for fire content, absolutely. On fire content she will be, I'm not sure if it's stronger than Rappi. I'm pretty sure she will be stronger than Mihara on proper setups. For Rappi, we need more testing and more time because, as usual, a new character is hard to get to the level of a character you've been investing for 2 years. That said, let's talk a little bit about Diesel. This new alt, we just got the Winter Suite version. She looks really good. Not a lot of fan service. I feel she's gonna be like a T3, T4 for the S tier list. And then when it comes to the normal tier list, most likely she's gonna be like a T1 character. T1, T2, most likely a T1. Again, we need to keep testing. So let's talk a little bit about setups we've been running, what was going on stream. Let me put these two right here as well. And if it's worth pulling for her or not, and initial impressions on how to build her. As usual, initial impressions. Don't take this as a full review because it's not. This is Rich account. On my account, I got her Doll max out, 1077. Overload level 0, but I didn't get enough ammo or attack. I think I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure I only got 1 L and 1 attack, so it was like whatever. A couple things on her kit that are important also is that most likely you can leave her burst at level 7 and then go 10-10 on skill 1 and 2. Skill 1 you cannot get 40% crit. We thought you might be able to get both of them and both of the sustained damage. Not really the case. You either get intro buff or you either get highlight buff. It doesn't tell you here, but you cannot get both. The explanation, as usual with shift up, pretty bad. This means you always want to be bursting with her second, because you always want highlight. If you get highlight, you're gonna be getting 235% increased sustained damage versus 60. There is no situation where you want to be bursting with her first. Never. You lose damage. It's like there is not a single situation where you want to be going and only bursting with her there, right? So always burst with her second. That's why skill 1, it's a little bit weird, the wording not fully explained, but whatever. Skill 2, you can sustain for the most part this extra sustained damage with full charge attacks, 100% uptime. Sometimes if the boss is jumping around, if the boss is TPing, if the boss is moving, you might lose 1 stack, or if you are reloading, because she's a slow girl, right, at a 2-second reload time. But for the most part, you will be able to keep this almost 100% uptime, no problem, because there is 2 stacks, which is a lot of extra damage as well. Sadly, there is not a lot of bosses with parts, but on those bosses with parts, you're even going to be getting more damage thanks to this extra sustain and also the immunity, which is worthless. This doesn't matter. The mute immunity, the nose pollution, is literally worthless. You're only losing hit rate by 100% for 1 second, which seems like a lot. It's not. Most characters don't even care about this, so it's completely fine. Not a big of a deal. And then her burst, like I was saying earlier, since there is not like a huge nuke or anything, skill 7 for most people will be enough because you already get 21% damage taken, which is pretty good. Her biggest problem, and that's why gear is so important for her, it's attack. She gets 4 million sustained damage buffs on her own. She gets no attack at all. Attack is more important than elemental on her gear because you need to get 4 lines. Absolutely, you need 4 lines. 3 lines is still good, so we can show some damage number comparisons. If you get 1 line, or if you get 3 lines, or if you get 4 lines, there is a big difference. So for example, if you're running a normal liter team, for me, she was doing 3.1 versus 7.3 with Rappi, right? Or even with Siren, if you want. 2.5 versus 7, that looks really underwhelming, right? And I was like, damn, that kind of sucks ass. But then we went into a 3 attack setup with Siren, same team, and she was doing 5.5 versus 4.1. Way closer, right? Way closer, just for getting 3 attack lines. With 4 attack lines, the difference is still pretty similar, but it gets way better on different team compositions, and we'll show in a second. But as you can see, 7 build versus 8.5. Really good damage on Diesel. And this is a Diesel that, even though she has good lines, it's not fully maxed out. You can still min-max this more. You can still reroll to get better percentages on the attack. You can still max the bond. And this is a base copy, no dupes, while Mihara is an LB2 on this account. So even on the situation, you can still get her to higher damage outputs, no problem at all. That depends how much you want to be spending though. The biggest thing, like I was saying, attack buffs. And the best character for this is the Crown Mast setup. Risa's favorite technique, made mast. Every third burst, you want to be going with her instead of with your crown, because she's going to be giving like 100-something% attack, which is huge. The other character that will be fantastic for her is going to be Breed. Because any other character here doesn't give that much. Litter gives 66% attack, but it's only for 5 seconds. Breed is going to be 66% attack for 10 seconds. So Breed is going to be most likely taking her even higher. We'll see if it's better than running Crown on her case, on her setup. We might even see people running Breed Maidmast every third rotation, getting the extra buffs. It could be something we see people running. But as you can see, the difference is pretty substantial when you run a normal setup with Litter or Siren with Crown and Helm, going from 5 bill, almost 6, all the way to 7 billion. It's a lot of extra damage just for giving her attack buffs. Attack damage is not as great because, again, since she has literally no buffs, any attack she gets ramp ups really fast in contrast to attack damage or in contrast to anything else. Damage taken also works pretty well with her. I also tried running her on neutral content. It's not awful, like these two here at the top are neutral content on this account. I was running versus Raven and Rappy for the memes, and as you can see, she's doing like almost 3 billion here with Helm, and then I switched to the mass setup once again, and she's doing an extra billion damage versus Rappy doing 4.5, 3.6. So maybe with dupes, she will be better than Mihara. I think she can be better than Mihara. This is an LB2 Mihara. So there is room for improvement on Diesel, but they are pretty close already. But this is a LB1 Rappy. It's not a lot of extra dupes on her either. So I personally don't think she's going to be doing better than Rappy, but I do believe she can catch up to any other fire DPS, no problem at all. I didn't test Alice. I'm a known Alice hater, so no comment on that. But every other DPS here, outside of Rapid Red Hood, your Diesel can catch up on proper setups. That's like her only downside. You need to be giving her attack. If she doesn't have attack, she loses a lot of extra damage. I'm not sure what the raid setups are going to be with her, considering you need 100% to be giving her damage buffs, attack buffs, right? So I'm not sure what the actual raid teams will be with her. We'll see, but most likely she will stick with Breed and Mihara, and you can have a nice sustain. I think this is the first proper sustain team we are getting. Am I tripping? Is there any other sustain team that we usually run? Like full sustain, right? Like buffers and DPSs. I don't think so. So this might be the first proper sustain team we get with both Mihara and Diesel. That said, in my opinion, it's worth grabbing a copy 100% for raids and tower as well, depending on the stages. For campaign on hard deficit, I don't think it's going to be as amazing because it depends on the setup you are running, right? Hard campaign has already like pretty good staple units that work out of the box if you put them on your team, but still, she could be used depending on the bosses and the enemies. Really good character. Don't really care about the fan service, and speaking of fan service, this patch was a little bit underwhelming. Both the Breedy and Blanket skins are not that great in my opinion, and my opinion is always... in my opinion, they don't look that great. I don't like them. The whole point of Breedy is the fan service and how thick she is, and there's nothing here. Is she cute? Yes, she's cute, but if I want cute, I'll play fucking Trical, not a Gunner game like Nikke. And yes, Nikke is a Gunner game. That's it. Enough ranting, enough jumping. We are live every single day. This is everything for this video. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the internet. I'll see you in the next one.